Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera untuk semuanya. Perkenalkan, nama saya Posiana Bernike dengan NIM 33210134. So today I'm so excited to present my final project of sociolinguistics. In this presentation, I choose the topic number 1 and the topic number 12. It's about language change and speech acts. So first we're going to talking about what is speech acts. So let's start. Okay, the next one is the definition of speech acts. So according to Balikizadeh 2007, speech acts is usually defined as functional unit in communication. In other words, speech acts carries every single meaning of words in communication, and it brings different point of view if it's used in improper context. The term speech acts includes actions such as requests, suggestions, compliments, apologize, complaint, and refusals. Dalam bahasa Indonesia sendiri, speech acts itu adalah tindak tutur kata. Suatu tindakan yang dilakukan melalui bicara, yang merupakan sekedar menyampaikan informasi, menggunakan bahasa untuk mencapai tujuan tertentu dalam komunikasi. Dan juga merupakan teori linguistik yang mempelajari makna di balik ujaran. Fokus pada bagaimana kata-kata itu digunakan untuk melakukan tindakan. Membedakan 3 aspek penting. Lokosi, dan perlokosi. So, speech acts theory is a branch of linguistics that delves into the deeper meaning behind our utterance. It goes beyond simply analyzing the literal sense of words and phrases, instead examining how we use language to perform actions. At the heart of this theory lies the distinction between 3 crucial aspects: locution, elocution, and perlocution. Okay, the next slide is component speech acts, bagian dari speech acts. The first is locutionary meaning. Locutionary meaning or locution has literal or proportional meaning of an utterance. It carries the real meaning produced by the speaker. There is nothing beyond the sentence. For example, it is cool in here. It only brings the meaning of the cool temperature in the room. Next, illocutionary meaning. Illocutionary meaning or illocution has to do with the social function of an utterance. The meaning of it is cool in here carries another meaning, which may be a request to close the window in a certain room. The next component is perlocutionary meaning. Perlocutionary meaning or perlocution focus on the result or effect that is produced by an utterance. The example of "it is cool in here" has the result of the window has closed because of the temperature of room is cold. Jadi, Locutionary act atau tindak lokusi, makna literal ujaran apa yang dikatakan. Illocutionary act itu tindak ilukosi, niat atau maksud dibalik ujaran apa yang ingin dilakukan dengan ujaran. Perlocutionary act itu tindak perlokusi, efek atau konsekuensi yang ditimbulkan oleh ujaran. Okay, next slide is talking about categories of speech acts. So the category of speech acts, according to Balikdas 2007, there are 5 categories of speech acts. First is declarative, second representatives, expressive, directive, and commissive. These are the clear explanation of those categories. Declaration are those kinds of speech acts that change the word through their utterance. For example, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Representative are those kind of speech acts that state what the speaker believes to be the case or not. Megan 2011 argued that the speaker makes word fit the word of belief. It can be formed as statement of fact, assertion, and conclusion. For instance, Thomas Alva Edison invented the lamp. It has been widely known that Thomas Alva Edison invented the lamp, and it is the truth. Next, expressive. Expressive are those kind of speech acts that state what the speaker feels. The expression could be various psychological states, such as like, dislike, joy, sorrow. For example, I am feeling great today. The speaker feels pleasure to someone about something, so that the speaker feels great today. Next, directive. Directives are those kinds of speech acts through which the speaker gets someone not to do something. The speaker attempts to command, order, request, and give suggestions. For instance, could you ask if she saw my shoes? In this case, the speaker tries to give request to the interlocutor to ask their mom whether or not she saw the speaker's shoes. The next one is commissive. Commissive are those kinds of speech acts that speaker use to commit themselves to some future actions, such as promise, threats, refusal, etc. For example, I'll pick you up tomorrow. It means the speaker promises to the interlocutor to pick him or her up in the following. Oke, asertif memberikan informasi, menyatakan fakta atau menggambarkan situasi. Terus direktif memberikan perintah, perintah, permintaan, saran, atau instruksi. Sedangkan komisif melakukan tindakan yang mengubah situasi seperti berjanji, bersumpah, atau mendeklarasikan. Terus ekspresif, mengucapkan perasaan emosi atau opini. Terakhir, deklaratif, mengubah keadaan sosial atau hubungan seperti menikahi, membaptis, atau memecat. On the next topic is language change. So language change is the phenomenon by which permanent alteration are made in the feature and the use of language over time. Jadi perubahan bahasa merupakan proses modifikasi yang terjadi pada fitur karakteristik sebuah bahasa dalam rentang waktu tertentu. Okay, next slide is language change factors. Okay, there are several factors here. The first factor is social factor. Social factors is social interactions, group dynamics, and power relation influence language use and change. Next, cultural factors. Cultural values, beliefs, and practice shape the way language is used and evolves. Next, linguistic factors. Internal aspect of language, such as the structure, complexity of the language system, can also contribute to language change. Jadi ada faktor sosiolinguistik, itu ada faktor eksternal, yaitu faktor sosial, faktor yang berasal dari luar sistem bahasa. Sebaliknya, ada faktor sosiolinguistik eksternal, yaitu faktor sosial di luar. Ada faktor dari luar, itu faktor sosiolinguistik eksternal yang berasal dari luar. Sebaliknya ada faktor psikolinguistik internal berasal dari dalam, yaitu faktor linguistik dan psikologis yang berada dalam struktur bahasa dan pikiran penuturnya. Okay, we're going to the next slide, talking about types of language change. Different types of language change can also include sound, lexical, semantic, and syntactic change. Okay, the first is about sound change. Sound change refers to the change in the sound of a language that affect the pronunciation of words. Especially, this relates to any change in the phonological or phonetic structure of the language. An example of sound change in the English language will be the modification of vowel sound that happened during the evolution from Middle English to early modern English around the time of Shakespeare. This change was known as the Great Vowel Shift, a term coined by linguist Otto Jespersen. According to Jespersen, the Great Vowel Shift consists in a general raising of all long vowels. Next one is lexical change. This refers to the change in a language vocabulary which concerns the words in a language. An example of lexical change in the English language is borrowed words, also known as loan words. Next, Next, semantic change. This refers to change in the meaning of words over time. An example of semantic change is the use of the metaphorical extension. This refers to extending the meaning of a word to other meanings, similar to the original. For example, the word head originally refers to a body parts of human or animal. Okay, this is the last slide talking about what is an example of language change. An example of language change is the borrowing of words from other language, which are then introduced into another language. And the causes of language change. There are many reasons why the English language evolves and develops over time. Some of these causes include the following: migration and trade. As a result of people moving countries and trading with others, they have to interact with others who speak different language. Sekian presentasi dari saya. Sorry if there's something wrong and missing in this presentation. I try my best. So thank you very much, Miss.